Hey, you guys, welcome back to Tie Squared. We have a bit of a double affair going on. I'd like to welcome the cast of Beyond I Do.
Co-host,
Co-host.
co-host,
Whatever, y'all. Look, I just
writer,
spent.
producers, directors.
Oh.
What is a cast?
Oh, well, go ahead. Introduce yourselves then. No, I said cast too.
We did. I mean, technically we are.
Yeah. Not,
I did that.
You waving to the people?
Anyways, I'm
Oh,
Oh.
he
I'm
helped a little
co-host
bit.
of the Beyond I Do podcast, and this one's father.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm the mother. I did that.
Hey, Ty.
Hey, Ty.
I think they see.
That's my other baby.
I think they'll see.
Okay, so.
Oh, and I'm the other co-host of the Beyond I Do podcast. My bad.
So y'all make sure y'all check out their podcast. Today's episode is kind of anchored by myself. We're gonna be kind of discussing like workplace fairness. We're using the catalyst of the Real Housewives incident with Kenya and Britt, and but we're gonna also just discuss workplace fairness in general and all that stuff. But I'm gonna be the lead since I'm the one who's the fan of the show. So with that being said, y'all have watched the clips. What are y'all's initial thoughts? And then I'll ask y'all again after I kind of give y'all a little background information and stuff like that.
So initially I was thinking she did that at her debut of her salon. Like you did that at your stuff. That was different.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of it was a lot, but then to do it at her own thing, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I initially I heard about it because I listened to like Ricky Smiley show and things like that. So I heard a little bit of background, but actually never saw the footage. So watching the footage, I did have the background that the situation happened when they were at the outing and the girl Britt said something about she have her guns, and looking at the video, she mentioned guns like 2 or 3 times.
And whips for a black person.
Okay.
Whips for a black person.
But is she black?
Oh, who?
The Brit.
Yes.
Is she black? Okay.
And they went to they said that she went to the producers. Kenya went to the producers, and we're basically saying, hold on.
We'll shift the tie real quick. Ty, what did you think?
Everybody's messy. Everybody's immature. When you set it to hell, the bar goes lower than hell, whatever that is, and it's just a lot.
I had to look up Kenya's age because I just remember her from when I was young, and she's older than me, and I don't have the energy or attention span to do all of that. I don't know the ages of everyone else, but I'm too old for all that. I'm tired.
She good?
Yeah. Kept her birth certificate. Hey, get the damn thing. I'm in the car already.
If you don't go back, my bad.
Okay, so you were saying.
But then, so like I heard that Kenya had went to the producers. I don't know if it's the people that like the camera people or whatever on her own, and mentioning them about the guns and her mentioning the guns and stuff like that. So she felt there was a safety issue, and they didn't do anything to satisfy her at the time. Now, fast forward to the reveal of her, her salon or spa opening, whatever that is.
Mm-hmm.
She produced the photos, and I'm like, okay, that's not the way to handle that.
Right.
And even everybody kind of agrees. And as much as, I know Kenya from back in the day, and I just, for her to be big and grown, to be doing something like that, that was uncalled for. I mean, in my opinion, but, that's just me.
Would y'all say that, knowing both sides of the situation, would y'all say that y'all feel bad for either party?
I don't know that I feel bad for either party. Wait, okay. What was the initial conflict?
So the initial conflict was, there was one hiccup in the beginning. And Kenya, she, like, they stripped her. She's pretty much a friend of until that salon event, and then they got her out of there. She didn't even get a confessional. They gave Drew Sidora's ex-husband a confessional and not Kenya. So they pretty much demoted her to a friend of.
Why did they have conflict already?
Because Britt is delusional. Brisket. When they first met, she said, right? Yeah, she's the new girl. Okay. So when they first met, she was speaking, I think, and Kenya was speaking to one of the other girls. So she kind of looked a little slighted, but then Kenya circled back and spoke to her. She felt a type of way because she didn't get a hug from her. And Kenya addressed that on my confessional video. And she said, that's my boundary of mine. I don't just go around hugging everybody. And she even made it a point to say, I hug my friends, the ones that I'm familiar with and know. And then she ended up hugging the girl later. And then the girl, also coming off like a man, was like, oh, that's not a good enough hug, Kenya. But initially, yeah, she got like, a hug ass nigga. But in their initial one hiccup was, she asked her, Kenya's older than her clearly. So she asked her, is this your first marriage or your second marriage? Because she had a band, not a ring. Now,
Britt asked Kenya or Kenya?
Kenya asked that to Britt, but that was after Britt said. So that was after. Look, I think Kenya's been doing this so long, she accidentally shaded her because she was genuinely confused. About my husband. Yeah. Okay. She was genuinely confused, but I think Kenya's been doing this so long, she autopilot asked her in a way that kind of could sound shady. Because literally Britt was like, oh, everybody else here is getting divorced and I'm married, right? So in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, that's equal shade, even if you want to say Kenya was throwing shade. You said that. You said, oh, everybody else is here getting divorced, including your friend. To the left of you, you said that to everybody. So in response, she said, "Oh, are you married? Or what's going on?" And she was just having a time explaining the thing. And she was like, you can wear, in her confessional video, she said, you can wear your band or your ring however you want to. I was just confused because usually you wear two together.
So is Kenya married?
Divorced, or that divorce. I don't know if it ever got finalized, but she held on to that for 2 episodes, 3 actually. And then even in the second or third episode, they had an event at Beaumont, and she said, hey, Britt, hey, Beaumont Barbie. Like, she hugged her, she all that. So you would thought they were good. Beaumont Barbie. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Looking at her riding around in that, whatever they was riding to the thing in. And
I would, yeah. Okay, so
she's pretty before. And you know what? I don't even think now. I don't think Britt. I think she just did too much. I don't think she's ugly though. I think her behavior is very Zeus-like, very loving hip hop. She would be great.
She took her words,
very manufactured looking.
She took her features in bold and.
She highlighted the whole sentence and clicked bold.
Her eyes are
the voice. Kenya, that's not a good enough hug. Kenya, careful, messing with your nose.
Yeah,
I heard they do great
narrow
work on black features in Turkey if you want to get a rhinoplasty.
Yeah, I'm not messing with my face. No, I would not. My face is cute. Now I can remove a chin or two. Sorry.
Okay. So there's nobody really to feel bad for here. I would say just watching, and to be clear, I'm a fan of Kenya. So yeah, I'll be a little biased. We all have bias. So does your lawyer, your doctor, all of them. It's just a matter of if your bias overrides your morality, it's time to bring to task somebody that you may favor.
Well, as somebody as unbiased as I am, I see where both of them are wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But I know they like the drama.
Yeah.
all reality shows love the drama, and it seems like something should have been. They should have came together away from the cameras, but of course, they ain't gonna do
Right.
Yeah.
what I'm saying. So I see both of them are wrong as hell.
I would have the comment about the rings and whatnot, that would have offended. Like I would have taken offense to that, and I would have held that in the back of my head, and I would make petty
What should
comments.
have been done is like with the talking about the guns and things like that when Brit went off. That was in a setting that involved.
Right. That's
If
yeah.
Kenya was gonna do something like that, she should have done it in that kind of setting.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Where
Instead
it's
of
just them like
the
messing up
reveal. You
her
know what I'm
own
saying? You got people that don't even know what
mess
the
your
hell going
own
on. Yeah.
opening up.
People don't even know what
Like
the hell she is. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
and I do agree with that. But to answer to that, I think the reason why she did it was she wanted to make sure it was shown on the show. They did a soft launch season 15, which was 2 years ago. They had a hiatus with the show. And they showed, mind you, they can be filming anywhere from 1 to 8 hours, even longer than that. So they showed the whole, she did the whole filming of the soft launch. They showed 3 seconds of it in the season finale when they were showing what she's doing. So I think in her head, combined with the frustration of, and she's also been having problems with the production company. She did an interview. She, spoke her mind about some things. They didn't like that. I don't think they've liked her since she got married off camera, even though if you go right over to Potomac, Robin also got married off camera, but Robin also looks like a white woman. So there's that. Um, and I believe when she got married off camera, she got a pay cut of half of her salary, which was rumored to be $1 million at that point, and she was demoted to friend of. So my thing is not even so much I like Kenya, I don't like what's happened to her. It's just fairness across the board. And then I think for me, it's so funny. Like I can get in the moment watching it, being mortified, but Portia's reaction to me was funny.
that's the one that was like, I just want to get out of here.
Yeah.
Take the mic off.
Yeah. Which I get that in the moment. But Portia,
I know she
to one up Candy,
keeps some drama going.
to one up Candy in an argument, you told her that she was planning to rape you.
Yeah.
in her sex dungeon.
Oh, because
And then you also in your spinoff that was supposed to change the narrative of you riding off of that lady's husband and her here to say. You took a poll and went at Dennis, the father of your child, and his mother, your child's grandmother. So where does the line stop? That's why I'm like, what is too far for Bravo? Because all of these housewives this, if anything, what Kenya did, she went to go speak to a lawyer. She went too far. She did apologize even to Britt in her confessional video. She said, I went too far. I didn't go about it the right way. And I agree with him. She got her on a separate trip.
Oh yeah.
But I think in her head, especially when you watch her drinking, like she did. I don't even think she wanted to do that. But by the time the liquor had got in, it was the moment. It was too late. It was no going back. And then when the girl showed up, I think Kenya wanted her to see it. She wanted to get an emotion out of her so she could say, oh, she's the threat that I told y'all about the first time. Because she said basically when she went to production, they tried to make her look like, oh, she was pulling a black Karen or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it kind of got into gray territory. Because, I mean, the women have threatened each other before, but I think what Kenya said does hold some merit. She said, if this was Drew or Portia or somebody with something to lose that I'm familiar with, I probably wouldn't have taken the threat as serious. But I don't know you. We just met. And the only interactions we've had is, I don't hug you enough.
Which is
so weird.
It's very weird behavior, though, because it's like, are you a fan of me and I don't know it?
Right. That's what it sounds like. Like she might.
But a parasocial relationship.
That's what I got down here. I get the vibe that Britt was watching the like. It's at this point the show's been on 16 seasons. It's hard not to find somebody who's a fan, but she's she wanted to be her friend. And when she didn't receive her the way she thought she should have.
She probably went to the show and was like, okay, I'm finna get on the show. Me and Kenya gonna be friends. And then when she wasn't received the way she thought she was, then that left her here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The rain comment would have been enough to break all of that fantasy for me, though.
That's for you.
I know. Because for me, that would have been like, ew.
Mhm.
That's not how I thought it would go. Ew, I don't like her. And then it would have been.
But even with that, she brought them kids will air your ass out. She had a family dinner. She got to cook, and her assistant in a tuxedo. I'm so confused. You could tell she just threw this together. She got to cook, and he cooking lobster. Why the kid gonna bust out like, y'all know we don't normally eat like this?
Yeah.
You kids gonna tell your ass.
Yeah.
She said, don't y'all think y'all doing a lot for dinner? Oh my God. But even then at the dinner, she said, Kenya, she made a slick comment. Like, she brought this up. That one comment lasted for 4 episodes. Even after you got in a hug, and she called you Balmain and Barbie.
It's very.
And I wouldn't call Brie ugly. I don't know if I would call her all that either. But,
It's very manufactured.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what she looks like.
Very
She's not ugly.
manufactured.
She's just like her face and features are strong.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, the cost, like watching it play out, I think majority of people, even if they're not a fan of Kenya, they are more so on her side with the fact that she was reprimanded and Britt was not. When, if we start at point A, Britt started this whole situation. And I think that speaks to the cost of playing the villain, because for so long, Kenya, I think when she realized on the show that's what they were going to play her as, she would play into it. And I think sometimes when you do that, it makes for great TV. But when something happens to you, like I watched these women, it was season 8, and there was this Miami or NBA player that they invited back to the house. Come to find out, he had gang ties and all this stuff later on throughout the as the show played out. But the women at the time, because they did like Kenya, they played it off as, oh no, you were being nasty to him when you found out that you were interested in him, but he wasn't interested back in you. This man knocked his aunt over, had her head hit the table. She passed out. This is where Sheree said, call the ambulance. And then he was rushing to get to the women. They got to that season 8 reunion and acted like Kenya was doing the most and nobody was scared of him.
Now, I will say
I will never be able to let my dislike for somebody override abuse towards. I don't have to like you to want you to have well-being, if you understand what I'm saying. And that, to me, to watch people respond in that way has been weird. And then, like, okay, that season, Kim Fields was on. Kenya pulled Kim Fields' chair. Yeah, Tootie was on. Her and Kenya had some back and forth. And Kenya, she's apologized for this. And she, since then, I think Kim Fields invited her to be on the Upshaws last year. So y'all can stop bringing up this chair that Kenya pulled out seasons ago. Like, we on 16. Y'all bringing up season 8.
Kenya was the one that supposedly threw the chair.
No, she pulled her chair out. Like, she was talking. Yeah, she did a lot. She did.
She's very feisty.
I ain't gonna hold you. If Kim Fields had slapped the dog at her, I wouldn't have felt no type of way. I like Kenya, but don't touch my chair.
I will say this.
Excuse me.
If there's video and photo evidence of you in the midst of a sexual act, you kind of run the risk of that being found.
She said that on her confessional video. She said, "I don't know why criminals." She took a shot. She took a shot at Portia because she mentioned Simon. She said, "The Simons, the Chrisleys. Why do y'all go on reality TV if you know you have dirt?" Like, and that was my thing. If Bernice wanted to spin the narrative, she would have been like, "Yeah, Kenya, and I did it good. Thank you. Next." Like, that was my past. Like, just own it. If you own something, nobody can do anything.
Because what
can
it's
they say?
there.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of it. Obviously, it's findable.
Yeah. I mean,
So
Kenya said she said she had it scrubbed. Well, they left a little dust in the corner.
I'm just mad that y'all done took me this damn far. You can't show me the real shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, shit. Show me, guys. I know you can't do it because of people. You know what I'm saying? You took me this far down the hole.
Kenya said she found them.
Give me the damn website.
She found them on.
What's the link, Kenya? What's the link?
Well, found them, so you have a task.
Oh, I do want to You have anything to add to that, Ty?
No.
I do want to nip this in the bud because Portia's dumbass went on her YouTube, and I'm not mad at the White Housewives for getting YouTube. I do feel like you should maximize, especially since whatever business they put on the TV, they take a cut of the businesses. So I do want to correct that. The fact that people, Britt is trying to say, "Oh, I was a teen. I was a teen." Baby, when you was with Stevie J in either 2014 or 2017, you was with Stevie J about to do a show that was called, I think, Playhouse, Penthouse, something like that. Um, you've been doing sex work for a while. You were not a teen. Yeah.
Girl.
She's trying to use that I was a teen. Like she's trying to lay it on thick.
Who the fuck is she? That's what I want to know. Like,
I don't know. Where they found this girl
time I
at?
see these shows, like when I see them advertise and shit, I'm like, okay, all right, you Housewives or whatever, Housewives of Timbuktu, fucking Georgia. Who the fuck are these people, and why should I get goddamn interested in them? And that's what I be trying to figure out. But that's just me.
Well, I don't. They found her.
Who the
I don't
fuck
know.
is
What,
she? Like,
I don't know.
I
where they
mean,
found
well, she's accessible.
yeah, she is that. Yeah, I
You
know.
can find her online,
She
obviously.
She slop some tops.
Oh,
For sure.
Oh.
Britannica, I'm so sorry.
I mean, apparently, I didn't see.
I'm sorry.
Allegedly.
you didn't,
I
right?
see the video.
Allegedly,
I didn't
there
see
you go. 'cause
Brioche.
You didn't see.
Brisket, breakfast. I'm so sorry.
Uh,
I'm so sorry.
I mean, she has an online presence.
She do.
We know that.
Yeah.
Drew gonna ask her. She said, "Well, get a straw." So did you sell it? Sell what? The cat. This is why I watch y'all. I like shit talking. I like it. I don't like the violence. I don't like the pistols, the whips. She lied that she didn't. Baby, you dated Rick Ross. You was sucking Rick Ross titties, ma'am. You done sold some cat. It's okay. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
So maybe she's a porn star.
She's from the vixen world, as Kenya called her, a trap hoe. She's a video hoe.
Oh,
Video hoe.
Who is this hoe? Oh my god!
And
I
then
said,
she had
my
the
girl's
before
got to
and
crash
after
out.
pictures. Like
she could have just stopped at that. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Right.
If she had just stopped at one or two poster boards.
I just wish she had not done that.
Yeah.
Well, remember I told you they shot. I think in her head,
I get that, but
I think all she was focused on was anger and retaliation.
Well,
and she said, "There's no way they're not going to show it."
Some level of purposeness.
Mm-hmm.
She pulled them shit up under the table. Like,
she had them conveniently located.
I was ready for it.
They were conveniently
I thought
located.
it was like maybe she had a video plan or something like that.
Right, nah.
She had screenshots. I'm like, damn, she had that shit.
She had
the ammunition.
Right,
you
have had. Could
had
you
Well,
imagine?
this is the thing though. Look, production helps them.
Staples.
Production is trying to say they didn't help, they didn't know, but production helps them get dirt on each other. I don't believe that.
They do.
The Staples print shop
They do.
was probably
why everybody keep bringing up Staples in particular?
And I mean that poor Staples employee that had to mount the pictures on the board and whatnot. And then just imagine the salesperson that had to hand them over when they come pick them up. I pretend like I don't know.
So I have not a question, but I just have a statement, and I want everybody to kind of give their piece. So first of all, I want to go over Britannica's quote. We don't call her Brie, we call her everything but that. Yep.
Okay.
So brioche bun. Kenya has no idea the damage she's caused. Baby, this is war. You started with me.
Nah, we can't put this on Ken. Well, the stuff is out there.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the damage was done. Is that there's video and photographic evidence.
Yeah, that you had scrubbed. Apparently was a quote of that.
Not very good.
The only thing that I see that would be an issue is like, okay, this shit was done in 2015. People knew about it. It's swept under the rug, and now you brought the shit back to the forefront now. That's the only damage, but the shit's been out there.
The
So it's
damage
like-
was done to the Staples employees,
yeah.
to the people who were
Kenya,
there.
the people at your spa, they
That's
did not want to
who,
see that
right?
girl.
Yeah,
the people who were
yeah.
there.
Cynthia don't
Just
even cuss like that. Don't nobody want to see that girl sucking dick. I said, oh my God, Kenya, Cynthia don't even cuss like that.
Cynthia was like, oh my God. I can't believe this.
Right. That's who the real. Those are the real victims.
Everybody else. That's like I said, had it been done in the group, just like the Pow Pow talk was, that was in the group. Had it been done in the group, that would have been okay. I wouldn't have done them.
I would have pulled all my cards.
Right.
I would have let you know that I had them, and if you keep it up.
Yeah.
I want to also highlight that people don't react the same when scared or threatened. And for example, I want to use those same whips that Brisket mentioned that were used on slaves. Some slaves is coward, and some were with Harriet. So I don't think y'all can tell people how to react to a threat. I don't agree with that. We can say that Kenya didn't, and I as a fan, she misplayed. She misplayed her hand, unless she just was like, "Hey, they get me off. I'm about to crash out." I don't.
Even with that, I mean, they can start with me, but bitch, you next in line. Like, that's something that I would never say to a black person. I got the whip.
Yeah.
And then what? We're going to take turns?
Whips, pistols, and girl,
we're going to take turns because if I'm going to reference slavery from my perspective.
I just played it back a couple times. Because
we both of us getting whooped. I mean.
Whips and pistols.
It don't go together.
That could lean over in the kink a little bit.
Well, yeah, the whips can. Yeah. Now that
she is,
and we know that she is because there's
she get down like that.
Photographic evidence.
And Kenya is beautiful, and she, that's it. She felt it's rejection. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Britt is a can I get a hug ass nigga in a girl's body.
Did she front hug or side hug?
I know at the bank she gave her a pat hug, and then she was like, "Kenya, that hug wasn't good enough," and she was like, "That's enough for me to not get my makeup on you."
If she tries to front hug, that's something
she didn't get the response that she thought she was gonna get when she met her idol.
Mm-hmm.
That's who she idolized.
And even Portia said, "You thought you were gonna get turned up, Kenya. She don't care about like she chilling. This her chill season. She just here to Well, I mean, you brought her out. You found what you wanted.
She's aged. I'm not gonna call her old. I'm just saying we're aged, and that's how she's supposed to be.
Ty, what do you think about people reacting when they're scared or threatened? Because a lot of people said, "Oh, she should have went to production," which she did. "Oh, she should have filed a police report." I feel like in their contracts they probably have something against them taking legal action because they know the monster. These people have liquor behind them at all times. They know what they're breeding with the atmosphere. So hell, at Married to Medicine reunion, they had bottles behind them. I'm talking about like 15. I said, "Oh my God." But yeah. So
alcohol, let the truth come out.
But what do you think, Ty, about people critiquing how people respond when they're threatened?
I mean, everybody's reaction is different, and for the most part, I want to say not everyone is going to have a sane reaction, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
So you're liable to do anything, say anything, and like it's what is it, like fight or flight, basically?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Kenya is a fighter. She also, and she mentioned this in her confessional. She said, I put down, Kenya has already had people get physical. Portia pulled her down, season 6 reunion on the stage. And then people have attempted to get physical with her. So her feeling threatened, I feel like it's being valid, especially dealing with the fact that Barbie is not, we don't know her. We don't know her. We just met her.
Yeah.
In the 3rd week of filming. I got pistols. I got whips. She don't know me. This ain't that Hollywood shit.
Oh.
That lady is crazy.
Where's she from?
I don't know.
The gutter.
Uh-huh.
The doing it at her own thing. That's what sticks out to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was not it just wasn't the place for that. And then it like you're sabotaging your own stuff.
Yeah.
You start talking on brand because like now people are like, shit, this house gonna be in there.
Right.
I want to be a part of that. You know
And
what
you
I'm
Not
saying?
understand.
anymore, maybe, since the whole thing with
See,
Kenya, because now she's going to seem like a victim.
Atlanta, I'm gonna get
I
my
mean,
scalp.
you'll have fans, but I'm just saying,
I
like,
just don't want
when
like
you open up something like that, you open it with the mind of having the majority of the public supporting you.
Yeah.
Now you've taken 50% of the public that would have supported the public that would have supported you, and you've ostracized because they're not gonna feel safe coming. I don't want to see this shit when I go get my hair done. I want to be at peace. You know what I'm saying? But I
I
mean,
think she,
yeah.
I think she definitely. I don't know if
I
she
think
weighed
she'll
the
be
risk
all right.
of that. I think she'll. I hope she'll be okay because she definitely said she's.
But-
She been
Our
hard.
attention spans.
there was time that went into it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like when they say something is premeditated, because you had to find the shit first.
Yeah, you had to find shit.
But then you had to prepare your props.
Well, like I said, I think production did.
Then
I think production
not only
found
But
it.
even
and
still, that means
not
there
only
was a time
Staples,
gap
forget
that
about
you could have
FedEx
said.
Kinko's. They make the shit out of some damn posters too.
You
So
could
the
see.
chick at FedEx Kinko's.
Just
Them people there, mind is just warped.
right.
Seeing this shit. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like,
We
what the
need
hell,
we
you
need a
want me to make a
GoFundMe for
poster?
them.
Let me see
Oh,
Some PTSD
Surfer.
suffered.
Now that is worse workplace dysfunction. When you bring me some shit like that, I've been putting damn
Look,
I've been
I'm
putting damn
telling
poster boards for
I hope it was
civil
the
rights
end of
all
their
day,
shift.
Black Lives Matter, and then you bring me this shit like what the hell?
Fellatio.
She's sucking.
Where'd this fellatio come from?
And then you got to call you.
I'm thinking about the double take.
Hey,
when
here
you
we
first
go.
look
Come
at
here,
it
check
and be
this
like,
shit out.
what?
Right. I just hope
That was
it
me.
was the end
When
of
Britt
that
said, I got fucking
employee
pistols
shift,
and whips.
because
It's gonna
I
cost
said,
you.
wait,
It's gonna
let me
cost you a
rewind.
little bit more money. Know
Could
that.
you imagine the first thing you get to work to do is
The start of your day.
right? The rest of your day is ruined. So I hope it was the end of their day when they was making the
Yeah.
and I'm just
Yeah.
and then the cashier was probably like face red, trying to pretend like they don't know
Who is
what's
this for?
being handed over, and
Who is this for? Don't worry about it.
oh, it's just a lot to take in.
you'll see it on TV soon.
It's a lot to take in.
Yeah. I surmised, I think this is my thing. I'm gonna be honest. I'm somebody who struggles to find sympathy for people who start stuff and then continue to start stuff, and then now you've poked a bear or a hornet's nest, and now you want to cry. Even down to like on the show, one of the newbies who she really is giving OG status, but she clocked her because she was like, "I'm losing my license," and then she was like, "So how are you losing your license?" Because she's a mortgage loaner. Britt's active insurance, her insurance license allegedly has not been active since 2022. So now you're just trying to dog pile on stuff to make it look worse than what it is.
Yeah.
And then when she clocked her, even then, the girl snarled at her. Snarled at a dog. Check the fucking room. Check the room. Read the room. Ma'am, you're not going to last on this show. Conflict is how this show happens. You need to go to Zeus.
She's an odd little thing.
Mm-hmm.
That bitch from Jonesboro, probably. She need from Atlanta.
Well, possibly.
She need from Atlanta.
Possibly Florida.
She from around.
No offense.
Around nothing. No offense, Jonesboro. But she from around Atlanta.
You
area,
think?
like
I'm thinking
towns.
like
she
Florida.
Like Atlanta.
I'm thinking Florida.
It's giving bath salt.
Could be.
It's giving something. It's just, even if you're upset, it's a certain way you just.
She from Carrollton. Carrollton, Georgia.
That would explain why she ain't got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
That's where she.
I've surmised Kenya misplayed her hand, and I hate that this lady gets to redeem herself, air quote, and remain on the show. I do think she wanted her to see it. I think she wanted her to see, react, and then tell them, hey, she is the threat that I told y'all she was in the first place. Get her off the show. With the production, they gaslit her. I understand why people are like, don't do it at your salon. But I think she wanted to make sure the salon was shown. So she said, let me just take two birds,
Kill two birds on
or
one
kill
stone.
two birds in one stone.
Probably
And
knew it
now
was gonna happen
the
either
stone
way.
ricocheted and bounced up
Probably
and
knew it
hit
was
her
gonna
in the
happen
face.
either way.
Yeah, because at this point she can't win if they keep having issues with what she does, but not what other people are doing.
It says she is an Atlanta native, so
Yeah, man, the name.
yes, you are probably right. It's
Yeah.
probably like Cartersville
Yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Mhm.
Douglasville
Somewhere.
or some shit.
Yeah. Bless her little heart.
Bitch from
Bless her heart.
Lawrenceville. or some shit. Around there.
Oh my god.
She ain't from the she from the outside of 285.
The
That's where she
suburbs,
from. Yeah.
Loganville, like she's from
Crazy.
the surrounding area.
It just be a lot.
It-
Yeah.
Bless
3
her little
to
heart.
4 weeks. I got pistols whips. That's you on your third, fourth week of recording and filming.
But
And that's your first conflict.
But you think too, like if you're into that and if you get the opportunity to be on the show,
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant into the
Well, I'm saying
pistols and whips.
No, into the show, and you're trying to make a name for yourself to get that notoriety. You got to come in with a bang.
That's what Kenya said. She said when she first came, she heard that production said she was boring. She wasn't really giving nothing, no style. Then she said her husband wasn't really. Then she said sorry. No, she said sorry to the husband. So she said she thinks somebody got in her ear and beefed it up, and she thinks she came on saying she was going to be the villain or whatever.
Oh.
So,
well, she has succeeded, I think.
Yeah, I also think production wanted to get rid of Kenya because cost of living ain't what it used to be, and she was probably the highest paid housewife since Portia took a break.
That makes sense.
So we get Britt on, give her one season.
Yeah.
Get Kenya out.
Yeah.
She was invited to the reunion, then she was disinvited. So
is that the current season?
Mm-hmm.
So is there already a next season?
I'm not sure. It seems like they're tanking the black shows.
Okay.
They've used us, and they're ready to.
Not mistaken,
because they've canceled a lot of black-centered Bravo shows. So I think they're just tanking the show at this point. Because I can't understand I can understand reprimanding Kenya to an extent because, y'all, Giselle said that Chris grabbed Deborah's ass and he did not. That's sexual assault. She lied. She also inferred that he was trying to get her in his room to do something to him. And that's her friend's husband. We got to start at the beginning. Let's start with Tom Sandoval and the actual revenge porn. Because the only thing Kenya technically could be...
okay, so revenge porn. Okay,
hers would be copyright infringement.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they could get her for that. It runs the risk. It's not like it's not murky waters, but hers is technically not revenge porn because the shit is already available on a website. That's like if you get into it with Kim Kardashian and post her sex tape.
Well,
or share it or whatever.
So
being pictures,
that's very murky.
She did kind of play it safe out there because it's not like she just posted shit online
and didn't shit right. Okay,
she just revealed it.
My girl was meticulously reckless.
To the group, you know what I'm saying? She just showed it to the table.
My girl crashed out with thought.
Is this who y'all talking
about? Yeah. Before after pictures. Right. Poor person.
That's the one we need to be concerned about.
Yeah, I think so too. Because they didn't consent. That's the thing. They didn't consent to that.
Yeah,
they didn't consent. There was no consent.
Just got up there on work, probably was pissed off.
Right. Or maybe it was having a good day.
Reggie wasn't acting right. Dropped me off. I know he's going to chase some bitches when he dropped me off.
In my car?
Yeah. And I got to print this shit.
What kind of car is it? Altima. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm not worried.
Sorry.
No, Altima.
Sorry.
Oh my God.
Going to play games all day while I'm working.
Yep.
In my car.
So now that y'all have more of a full scope of the situation, dang, what was that question I was going to re-ask? Oh yeah, well, I mean, I guess we pretty much answered that though. Was it too far It's just not so much how she did it
It's
or what she
the
did, it's how
where
she did it.
did right.
It's
The
where
set,
she
like
did it.
I take issue with
It's
that
where
part
she-
more than anything. Like she
Yeah.
should have done that when it was just them. If she was
I
going to
don't
do it,
mind a little hood in my mixture. The hood needs to be in the right
appropriate, right?
Mhm.
Right. We just
Yeah.
address it with just the core people.
Yeah.
Don't expose all those people to the fellatio.
setting. Yeah.
She probably knew it was gonna happen. She said, "Man, these hoes, I'm out."
That's a possibility.
That's
too.
probably what the problem
Brady,
is.
who is this hoe?
That's probably what the problem is. A DM. Niggas been like, shit, what girl that wasn't that? DM's wide open now.
They got the TV paws trying to see through.
Blur.
Women.
Girl,
And then
Yeah,
that's
I see a
another
little
point
bit.
that
so she married now?
Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine said to me. She said to me, if it's too far for it to happen, why even show it? Like, and I think that's a fair assessment too.
Now that too,
Yeah.
the fact that somebody saw fit
Somebody
to have it right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's where you know that they know what they're doing when they do this stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not like real time. We can't stop. Like you edit stuff, you prepare this stuff to put up there. So yeah. All right.
My good.
I just wish
Yes.
they would change
And
the-
then just keep talking.
I just wish, excuse me. I just wish they would change the title. It's no longer reality TV. It just needs to be cultural.
Yeah. Yeah.
A sophisticated bad girls club.
That shit is reality.
Sophisticated. We just got done talking about the posters of fellatio.
That's where the bad girls club part comes in.
Oh, okay. Because I don't. That's not sophisticated.
That's new. We ain't done that before.
Ain't that sophisticated just because you got folks at a high-end restaurant with some wine, champagne.
They get very.
They drive off for business. That's not sophistication.
Yeah, they get very hood.
That's just hood. That's just hood travel to the. That's the shit.
Hood needs high
That's the shit that
class.
them restaurants don't want.
They need so they don't build.
Yeah.
Hood rich.
Building.
Yeah.
And she wouldn't have done that to that Staples worker and the rest of us who did not consent. I mean, technically, we didn't get to see the whole thing because of the fuzzy and everything, but you know what I mean. All right.
All that hollering at man came. Girl, finna sit down somewhere else so you get a shot.
Right. Right.
Pistols and whips. Girl, when somebody pull one out on you.
That's because in Lawrenceville, there was a little bubble there.
Covington.
Yeah, there's a little bubble of safety there. So she forgot where she was. She thought she had that little bubble of safety.
Anywhere
but
outside of 285. That's where that bitch. You pick the seat.
Well, I just feel bad for my girl. I do. But I hope she's okay. I think Kenya will be fine.
Kenya's gonna be alright.
Oh,
yeah.
Kenya been alright.
Yeah.
Shit.
She's been doing fine this long. So, yeah,
right.
I just hate to see
The
a
early
top
90s.
player go out like this. But they probably getting rid of Sharp for this. It just looked like they sending it on down. I catch clips here and there, but I don't watch no more because I don't care about everybody that much for that.
Right. Shit, everybody that from what I remember is gone.
Well, I think too that it's the idea of what's entertaining is changing so much too. And so they're always gonna change and go with what people are watching more of.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing is people's attention span. Like to sit and watch a whole show like that. How many people do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they're gonna change things based on how the trend is.
I actually think, and I had this conversation with somebody on Twitter. I was telling them I don't think Bravo has to care thing because they get so much money from the women's businesses. Think about Candy. She's been on there for 15, 14 seasons. And like I said, they share the business, a percentage of their businesses that they promote. And she's promoted everything that she's done on there. So, which by the way, for people who are saying, oh, Phaedra got sat down because that lie that her and Portia told, no, she didn't. Candy said it's either me or her. And at the time, Candy was more profitable to keep. So Bravo sat Phaedra down because of that. If Candy said I was willing to film with that hoe after she did that, she would have been right back season 10. So I need people to stop saying that Phaedra was punished for the lie. She wasn't punished. Candy just said it's either me or her. And they chose Candy. Because Candy has all the businesses that they make money off of from getting their percentages.
You go with,
Very pimpish.
Yeah.
You go with who is going to draw the most attention.
Bring you, most attention or the most money.
You go with. I mean, that's just what they do.
Mm-hmm. Or the most palatable, because Giselle, that lady ended up with light skin and green eyes. She gives nothing but that and fake boyfriends. And she'll attack and lie your husband.
So she the only housewife on it.
Who is?
She the only real housewife.
Who, Brit?
Brit.
No. I didn't know. It's time to go. It's time to go.
Technically, she the only real housewife.
Yeah.
The Real Housewives of Zeus Atlanta.
Somebody divorced, you know what I mean?
My God. That's why she asked you about that man, Britannica.
Yeah, that would have been the end of my fandom right there.
Yeah.
Because you're not fixing to be petty.
But she ain't a fan the most she hurt.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
She said if Kenya reaches out to her and humbles herself to I said, yes, if Kenya humbles herself to reach out to me. She actually had me blocked. You're gonna stay blocked, Brie. You probably gonna stay blocked. Yeah.
Yeah, even with it, like,
for me, Kenya did too much. But yeah, Kenya is delusional. I told you Brittany's delusional. Wow. She is crazy. But I don't even know if there was a conversation to be had. I don't like. How do you apologize to somebody for threatening them with a pistol?
I don't think that Kenya Moore is sitting around wondering how she's going to repair said bridge that was burned. I just don't think she cares. And humble herself. She's Kenya Moore. Why would she? Why would she do that?
I think at the end of the day,
the day gonna end.
Time to have fans like yourself, all over gonna reach out. They're gonna pass back.
If the show continues,
they just gotta let this shit down. Just like anything else. Was it a month ago? The girl was talking about Travis Hunter's girlfriend and how she responded. And then Travis Hunter got drafted. Ain't nobody see it. Nothing about his girlfriend. I don't know, 1 month, 2, whatever. I'm just saying, like, as time goes on, you're gonna forget about this shit
and be something else.
Kenya's gonna be back on there chilling.
If the show is still there.
If it's still there.
Yeah. And she's not gonna humble herself because she is the Kenya Moore.
Right.
That's
and
not.
Brit is just.
Then that bitch, still that bitch. I'm gonna pay you dust.
Loganville's finest.
Exactly.
She boy kiss and Portia look. My girl was drunk.
Right,
Kenya was drunk as hell. Should we do some hot topics too?
The baby gotta go to sleep.
He do. Shannon Sharp.
Oh my God.
Cat told him. Cat told him.
You have an allegiance to
And Monique.
Come out in the Washington.
Cat told him.
And Monique.
Out in the Washington Rangers.
Cat told him that it take 2 days for a white woman to take you down.
Yep.
He said 2 weekends, and that's how long it took.
Well, 2 weekends. Yeah, he did 2 weekends.
Monique told him, "Get fat. That's gonna cook."
She said he need an auntie that's gonna make him a nice home cooked Sunday meal and all that.
He want to be out here with us, Ty, with them tight ass pants he got on.
I ain't even out here with that, so I don't know why he trying to do it.
Um,
Put that black baby in.
ew,
That's what.
Yeah, that's what she said.
And he posted the text thinking it was gonna
like that.
vindicate him. Like,
Right? No, sir. Then you proceeded to try. Like, what is that?
This okay.
she's younger than your youngest
thing
child.
that-
Like, I just.
The thing that asked me about this because I'm a fan. I watch the show.
Mhm.
The thing that has me about this, okay, is that the attorney
Mhm.
Busby, he is, known for doing shit like this
Yeah.
and going after these black students. Yeah, that's the one that just tried to go after Jay-Z
Yeah.
and got the case dismissed. But so that going on, I see, okay, that is set up. But I am pissed off about Shannon. And Shannon, why is you damn? You got a brand that you built. You ain't got time to be messing with anything. Damn sure don't have to be messing with no chicks. And then the chick don't even just she look like she come from
I mean, but that's probably part of it.
Loverville over there. Yeah, she look like Belvedere Steiners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's part of it, though. You have low amount of input.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, he had to take her to no 5-star restaurant.
I guess so.
They could pick up something on the drive-thru on the way. Like, she's just very regular.
He had to be her own fan while she was her own fans. Oh,
What he said.
Um,
at any rate, ain't that like Shannon? Come on, bro. You got to.
Cat told him. You tried to tell him.
I don't give a damn if you got
It's the
you
him
got
got
started
nothing against them. See, he's nice. However,
I like to real quick shout out Angela. She's still riding for Kenya in her presence. I'm just gonna play this one.
Feeling. I haven't seen you since Nash. I'm in need of a good vibe. You received what you did. I saw.
God dang.
Did you have something you want to tell me? Because the energy. What's the problem? I don't want to say. You did not read the words that are coming out of my mouth. Go ahead. Calm down. That big ass mouth, I should be able to read. It sounds like you can't use that mouth for all. Ooh, I do. As much as yours with the stretch marks around it. You got mouths on your mouth.
Stretch
Oh
marks
my
around
God. You got
Damn.
miles on
it. Miles around it, and you got miles on your mouth.
when you stretch marks. Wait, I just thought about it. Oh my God.
Stretch marks.
you can't even, and you can't say nothing because
You put it
there's photographic and video
out there. You put it out
evidence.
there.
Yep.
Stretch
Yep.
marks.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah,
Miles on your mouth.
right.
Miles.
I'm
on
gonna say
your
that
mouth.
to somebody at work tomorrow.
Oh,
That's
HR is a thing.
yeah.
HR is a thing.
Yeah.
Like
Now,
Kenya, I'm gonna leave on my own terms.
Okay.
now, if you were to say it to a patient who I know, might not be in his or her right mind, that might be different. But
It seems like you got a lot of them.
HR is a thing, though.
Every week.
You just when you say that in a joke, you know what I'm saying? You say a joke and just somebody, girl, you know you got no miles on your mouth, girl. You know what I'm saying?
Don't do that.
Don't just be like,
Don't do that.
don't be aggressive with it.
I don't know if you
Miles on your mouth.
you can
You
be
might-
aggressive with that.
You might find somebody from Atlanta proper,
Lawrenceville.
not from the suburbs.
Oh.
You might say that to somebody from
Nah, somebody from
Swats,
from
from
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just think it and then laugh to yourself.
Yeah.
And say, "What's that?" Oh, no.
No
Yeah,
promises.
Situation with Tracy is the same thing.
Who?
Tracy.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Oh, her
Oh,
and the
her,
comments she made
Yeah,
about the.
it was a lot of men trying to act like she was saying she out here with 18-year-old boys.
no,
What
Like
she,
there's
happened with her?
she said on Michelle Obama's podcast that she prefers to date men a little younger because the men in her age range have toxic masculinity that they have not. They just won't change. They're not used to seeing her, basically do not need them per se. Like she wants an actual partner.
yeah.
And so she says she tends to date guys younger.
I think the thing about with the
And her youngest ex was 43 when she was 52. So I don't think she's out here pulling a Shannon Sharp, but a lot of men were trying to say it's the same thing.
Like she date.
And she robbing the cradle.
Yeah.
And I've seen some, like it was one guy just horrible.
Corey Holcomb.
Just a,
You know what?
Corey Holcomb.
I'm not
is
even
so
I'm
politically
not
incorrect.
even.
But
He's
it's
in his own.
yeah. But it's like people were saying, "Oh, it's a waste of a woman." She this, she that, no kids, no blah blah. Everybody doesn't have the same desire to get to the same guidepost or goalpost in life, for one. And for two, if a man said, like, when a man says that, what their preference is,
Nobody questions.
right? Like, so now she says this, but I don't. I mean, I get what she's saying because we're different from the generation that's under us. Our thinking is different. I think that you and I tend to be more open-minded than a lot of people our age. But she's a little bit older than us. And so people who are older than us, there's a rigid, right. There's a rigid thing. They're set in their ways. And I get what she's saying. Now, I'm guessing she just meant like maybe in their 30s
40s
or
or upper 30s.
right.
40s,
And not like 20s.
Maybe she's always dated younger men, but they were like within the 10-year range her age, And
she has expressed before that there was no desire for kids or for like a husband.
She's at that age. She's at that age where she wants companionship.
Yeah,
being single for so long, and I get that. There's nothing wrong with that, but I think what has happened is like some women in professionalism, they put like your mom says she never didn't even have a desire to have kids, but she wants to make, but she put her career first, and that's the kind of
choice
well, I don't even think it's a put her career. I think we need to deconstruct that in and of itself, because you can have a career and still date. Like,
but what I'm saying is, if your career is more important, like you could say at 30, be like, I'm gonna get on my grind. My career is first, and then you kind of date, but you don't seriously date. You focus on your career.
It depends on what your career is too.
Yeah, that too.
Because okay, Tracy Ellis Ross ain't going out with nobody that like the supervisor at Lowe's around the corner. You know what I'm saying? So she dates. In addition to just who she
go
is,
out with the supervisor at Lowe's
if she chooses to. But
Do
whoever she
work?
dates, it might. Whoever she dates has to understand that, one, her career is demanding. And that's something that those of us who work normal 9 to 5, whatever, we just don't understand. And there's certain situations where she may have to attend an event with a man that she's co-starring with. Like you might not be able to be her date. And who better to understand stuff like that than people who are in that same industry? And so I think that when we say, and then there are regular people type careers that people put first because of the time and effort that you have to put into it. And if somebody is not willing to accept that, even with your dad's schedule, so there are people who may not want a spouse who works a schedule like that.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
when you're saying put your career first, that means that if you can't deal with this, it's not like I'm changing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
And two, I thought about this too, like with her talking about traditional men with traditional mindset. A lot of motherfuckers like shit. I want your ass to go home,
right,
and I don't. You don't need to work.
right,
And
right.
that's not what she
And how
needs to
you
do.
got her?
Exactly. You know what I'm
Tristan,
saying?
do you know who her mama is?
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
got her to do what? Got
So,
her, I mean, I'm sorry.
even if she was to get, if she could
If
get
you can't,
traditional dude her age,
You better
she'd
humble
be like,
yourself.
no.
"Put your ass down and have them damn kids." That's what I would.
See her?
I sound like them times.
What she? Well, humble how? How you humble yourself when you look like that?
Mhm.
Let me tell you now. The reason that I can't sing, the reason that I don't have the figure she has, and the reason that I don't have her hair is because I would be anything but humble. I would sing every sentence. Y'all get sick of me. If I even knew, I wouldn't even know y'all. See, that's why I don't look like that.
She is humble.
But I'm not. I wouldn't be. I'm saying she got that because she can handle it, but I wouldn't be.
I don't think it's
I wouldn't
anything
be.
wrong with
I'd act funny.
Chilling with Tracy Ross would be so
with
cool.
her and
It
her
would.
choices.
Mhm.
She seems like a very
Would
fun person.
She
Like
does.
just
I'd
real
want to
down
touch
to
her
earth.
hair though.
And I ain't heard nobody
I
say.
just want to touch her hair.
I had never heard anybody
'Cause
say
that hair
anything
is
about her
partially
negative
Ross's.
until this came about. You know what I'm saying?
Have you tried the pattern?
Because me and her hair don't go together. My hair is not.
She
up
might
there.
have it set
She
to where
might have. However,
I've actually heard good stuff about Beyonce's line.
I've heard good
Sacred.
stuff.
On a very good paycheck, I might try it.
I'm gonna tell you what I can't get past.
What?
How they spell it. I can't get past.
CECRED.
I don't think so. I think it's just to be. I don't know.
Different.
Yeah, but that tears my spirit up.
Avant-garde Negro.
It tears my just tears my spirit. I can't do that. It's like city trends with the I and no Y. I can't.
Oh,
I
it
can't
is
do
spelled
that.
with I.
Yes. See, no, I can't. Which I would. Anyway, I'm sorry.
It's fashion for less.
Yep.
I guess so. Y'all ain't even spell it right.
They're like one time.
That's about how much you can wear the clothes. Well, one time.
You can wear them longer than that if you take it to the cleaners.
Who gonna take some city trends to the cleaners?
I'm just saying.
Thank you. That don't even sound right. Take city trends to the. They gonna laugh at you.
So look at what they dropped off.
What does that say? Pelé.
So
got Pelé still.
it's gonna melt on the machine.
She said cross. I didn't think cross colors was still in style.
Boo boo. Say boo-boo. Oh, okay. No. It says fib you.
Oh wow! Somebody actually took their black ass to go hang with Donald Trump.
Yeah. You gonna let Ty go to sleep?
Oh yeah, sure. All right.
Gonna go to sleep so he go stick people.
Yay.
We'll do another episode with some hot topics later when I can get all three of these people's schedules aligned.
We're busy people.
Oh.
Busy people, you know.
You need to humble yourself. Brit is, y'all, that lady is crazy. Like
this is as humble as it
snarl.
gets.
You have to be sacred.
Yeah, no.
With
a C.
With a C.
And you know that's my imaginary best friend.
Okay, because I was supposed to say Tina gonna be hitting you up later.
Not Tina, Beyonce.
No, I know.
Okay, because yeah, that's my imaginary play mama. Because me and her daughter imaginary play best friends, and she ain't run that name by me. And now I know why, because she know that would have just, I would have told her, we can't do that. We can't do that.
I'll take the name if we can take the price down a little bit. Beyonce, you got money. I'm just saying. Like, you want me to get the whiskey and the $45 shampoo?
Nah.
It's a lot of
Not
money.
It is.
I might try the hair stuff. I'll let you try
Like
it.
when I shampoo,
You
with
get the
that,
hair products, I'll get the liquor.
It's gonna be dime size for real.
I should be able to sing after I use that.
it,
Something.
look, it detangle itself.
This shit needs to be highly concentrated.
Watch it out, and it's blown out.
A little dime of it, and then wash my hair for a week off that one dime.
Yeah, we know you.
You'll be good to wash.
We
your hair.
know.
Oh.
It's to be highly concentrated.
Okay.
Alrighty. We're gonna let Ty go to sleep. We will do this
I'm
again.
gonna prepare to deal with the zoo tomorrow.
Oh, not welcome to the jungle.
Mm-hmm. Did Tyson tell y'all the most recent thing that happened?
Uh-oh. What happened this time? Oh, God.
I was accused of being transphobic.
Huh?
What you do?
Accused of being
No.
transphobic.
Hold up, y'all. Wait a minute. We'll see y'all later. We're gonna have this conversation off camera. But bye, y'all. Bye.